Hey, everybody. Set up my screen. Okay, all right, I think we're all set here. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, welcome to the last day of the 3-day Crusher Facebook engagement workshop. When you're popping on, just say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me a hashtag live if you're catching me live, and hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. Hey, Val. Hey, Nettie. Good to see you, gals. In 1 second. Okay. Okay, today is the last day of the workshop. If anybody new hops on, just remember to grant StreamYard permission to show your name. Anybody who's already done that, you don't have to worry about it, okay? Just any new people that pop on. You can get rolling in 1 second. All right, so let me just get my screen going here. How's everybody's night going tonight so far? Okay, I think we are good to go. All right, perfect. Let's get the presentation on. Everybody do their homework last night? Okay, and again, those of you guys who participated in the the question challenge, I'm going to announce the winners after this workshop. Okay, so welcome to day 3 of the 3-day Crush Your Facebook Engagement workshop. We just rolled out the last 2 days. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm very, happy that people were doing the homework and participating. I really appreciate that. So today we are going to kick off day 3. Let me just get rid of this thing real quick so it doesn't cover it up. As you're hopping on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me hashtag live or hashtag replay, and I am going to get started. Okay. All right, so for those of you who did not catch day 1 or day 2, real briefly, I am Wendy Rahilly. I am a business mentor and online marketing strategist. I help entrepreneurs build a successful online business through branding, building a targeted audience, online marketing, and all the things. I am the admin of this Women Entrepreneurs Corner, Grow Your Online Business and Scale Facebook group. I've been in the industry now for over 15 years, but I am still in the trenches like everybody else building a business online. And again, those who caught day 1 and day 2, you're already aware of this, but throughout this workshop, I'm going to have a couple slides. It's going to say question on it. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you participate in the question, whether you're catching it live or on the replay, I like to give some time. That's why I wait till the very last moment to announce the winners, because I like to give people who are catching the replay a chance too if they want to participate. But I ask a question, and whoever answers the question in comments, I choose one person out of them, and they win my bestie method. Well, tonight it's my bestie method. Turn 100 leads into hot prospects in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so so let's recap day 2. Last night, we talked about the 3 biggest mistakes that people make when it comes to getting engagement on their posts. And those 3 mistakes are not engaging on other people's posts, not engaging before making a post, and not engaging long enough. Okay. Sorry, I need a sip of water. My voice is like cracking. Okay, and we also went over the importance of building a foundation. Okay, once you have a foundation built, your engagement comes almost automatically. You can drop a post and you'll get a load of engagement without really having to work for it. But without a foundation, this is not going to happen. Okay, you'll end up with crickets on your posts because Facebook isn't showing your posts to very many people. And there are a number of components to this foundation. And some of these components are engaging, like how long to engage and when. There is definitely a good time to engage. I've experimented with several different times, and there's definitely one time that is best to engage. Your DMs and your conversations. Again, when you are having a 2-way conversation with people in your DMs, Facebook sees that as a connection. And then Facebook is going to push your posts out to those people and vice versa. How engaged and active your friends are. When you have a lot of inactive friends, that actually harms your engagement. Okay. So you're going to want to clear out your inactive friends. I have in my Facebook, my Facebook engagement course, I do show you how to do this manually, how to find your inactive friends and delete them. But I also have a software. I show you a software. It is a paid software. It's pretty fairly cheap. I think I can't remember exactly. I think it's like $50 a month. Totally worth it though. But it goes and it finds all of your inactive friends, and you can either delete them with a click of a button, or you can decide to re-engage them. And you do that by simply just going to the profile and starting to engage on their content. Or you can send them a message and try to get that conversation going. And if they respond back to you, then you've just established that connection. And now Facebook is going to start showing each of you each other's posts. Okay. So yeah, you definitely don't want a lot of inactive friends on your list, because that is definitely harming your engagement. How often you post and the types of posts matter, and what you're putting on those posts. You know, there are certain things that you should not be putting on your posts because that is harming your engagement. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me just see if anybody new is happening on here. Okay, welcome to the new person that just came on from Canada. I can't see your name. It says Facebook user. So if you can just I don't see. I can't see what you guys are seeing, so I can't tell where it's at. It's supposed to be at the top of the video. There's a link that says where you have to grant StreamYard permission for me to see your name, or it could be over in the description. Here, I'll put the banner up real quick again for you so that you can actually just put that in your browser and just quickly just grant StreamYard permission so I can see your name. Even if you might have to get out and then come back in. But that way I can see who is commenting. Okay. Okay. Okay, and so we're going to wrap these components up into a solid strategy. Okay. And this is where the foundation is built. Okay, so question challenge. Again, I'm going to ask you a question. Whoever decides to participate and answer the question, I'm going to pick a winner out of anybody who comments, and you get to win my bestie method: turn 100 leads into hot prospects in less than 15 minutes. So the question is, do you think engagement helps you make sales? Okay, do you think engagement helps you make sales? And while you are answering that, I'm going to get rid of this banner so it doesn't show up on the screen. Okay. Okay, in the beginning, I had zero strategy for the longest time. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I had no clue that you should, engage. I wanted engagement, of course, and couldn't understand why I was getting no engagement. And that's because I had no strategy whatsoever. Okay, this is basically what my engagement looked like in the beginning. And then I went out and I got some coaching. I actually spent over $1,000 on this coaching. It was completely worth it. And within my first week, this is the type of engagement that I started getting. Okay, so let's start building that foundation for you. Okay, there is a specific order of things, and some things do come before others. Okay, so we're going to briefly go over some of that tonight. And the first part of the whole foundation is your friends, your friends list. Are you speaking to the right people? This is very important. You really need to have a targeted list of friends. Make sure that they are relevant to what you are promoting, obviously, or what the message that you're trying to get across. If you're not speaking to the right people, then obviously they're not going to be interested in what you're posting, and you're not going to have a whole lot of engagement. And are your friends active and engaged on your content? This is, again, very important. Like 100 engaged and active friends is way better than having 5,000 inactive friends. Okay. And again, having too many inactive friends can harm your engagement. So you have two choices. You can either re-engage these inactive friends, or you can choose to delete them. And I've done both. Okay. And again, to re-engage, you just go to the profile, start engaging on some of their content, and maybe send them a message and say, hey, what's up? And try to get that conversation going again. And if you want to try that first, and then maybe check back on them after maybe a week or so, and just see, or not a week, maybe a couple of days, and see if they've, they're starting to engage on your stuff. If they're not, then just get rid of them, and just go out and find some new friends and start the strategy. But it's important that you get rid of your inactive friends. So you want to clean your list out regularly. Once you have your friends sorted out, you're going to want to clean out that list every once in a while. Okay. And again, in my Facebook engagement course, I show you how to do this both manually and with a software that I absolutely love, that software. Okay, so the second part of this foundation is engage. Okay, now you're going to want to go and you want to engage with these friends. You want to take the initiative, okay, and get that connection going. All right. In my Facebook engagement course, I show you the best time to do this, and I show you for how long. Okay, because there's definitely an ideal time for engaging, and there's a minimum length of time that you should be engaging, and many people are getting this wrong. Okay, it's the difference between a little engagement and a whole lot of engagement, and I've learned this the hard way. Trust me, I have. 1 second, just let me. And then the last part of the foundation, well, not the last, but the last main part of the foundation is your post. Are you posting the right type of posts that actually drive engagement? And these are like questions and inspiration and lifestyle, humor, entertainment, quotes. Those are all great types of posts that actually drive that engagement. Okay. And you want to mix those in with your product post and your curiosity posts and your payment proof posts and those kinds of things. So you want to do more of the engagement type of posts, and then maybe 20% of the time throw in your product posts and your curiosity posts. And these engagement posts are actually what's going to get the Facebook algorithm going and help boosting your other posts. Okay. And I actually have a bonus Post for Profits workshop that's included in the Crush Your Facebook Engagement course, where it's a whole masterclass that goes over this specifically. We dive into all the different types of posts, and how to drive loads of engagement through these types of posts on your profile. And again, these are just the 3 core components of the foundation and the engagement strategy. Okay, there are other things that you're going to sprinkle in that's also going to help feed into that equation. Like, for instance, how to get people to message you back in the DMs to establish that connection. So Facebook will start showing your posts to them. I have a trick for that. Or like how to slide into people's DMs without looking spammy, and make them want to actually respond back to you. Or the right and the wrong way to make an engagement post. For example, asking questions to prompt engagement. There's actually a wrong way to do that, and you'll actually make people scroll by instead of answering your question. And questions are actually a really great way of getting engagement. But you can definitely ask the wrong types of questions. Okay, and how to work your stories to your advantage. Okay, these are all other elements that you sprinkle into the core foundation, and they all are they feed into the whole equation. Okay, question challenge. Do you think it's important to engage before you make a post? Okay, do you think it's important to engage before you make a post? If you answer that question, I will choose a winner out of whoever comments, and you'll win my Bestie Method, turn 100 leads into hot prospects in less than 15 minutes. My voice is so dry tonight. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about my Crush Your Facebook Engagement course. And then I'm going to tell you what you get in this course. If so you choose that it's a right fit for you, you want to take a look at that. And so first I'm going to show you the exact engagement strategy that allowed me to go from 2 to 4 likes and comments on my post to hundreds in my first week. Okay. And if you implement this strategy, you'll have similar results. Now that right there, this is the main component that builds the engagement foundation. Okay. You could skip anything else and you would still have crazy engagement just from this one strategy alone. Okay. So that is like the core engagement strategy. And then next, we're going to go and show you how to engage on people's stories the right way so that it triggers the algorithm to get more people to your stories. Okay, this is especially great for things like polls and generating leads, your product posts and curiosity posts and things like that. And then next, I'm going to show you what not to put into your post, because it's these things that will cause Facebook to just squash your post, okay, and not show it to many people. And I see so many people that are doing this one thing, and it's really just it's not a good idea at all, okay? Then we are going to roll into how to reactivate your old posts so that they start getting a lot of engagement. Just because the posts are old doesn't mean that you can't reactivate them and get them working for you again, okay? I've been able to reactivate old posts and make sales off of them doing this one strategy. And then next, I'm going to show you how to work your stories to your advantage and get people into your inbox. And this establishes that connection that prompts Facebook to start showing your posts to these people, and vice versa. Okay, then we're going to go into how to craft up quality posts that will actually attract people and want them to engage with your posts and reach out to you and ask you for more information on what you do. And then this will lead into the types of posts that you should be posting to drive engagement. These are the types of posts that will help drive engagement to like your product posts and your curiosity posts, not just the quotes and the lifestyle posts, but to those kind of posts that will actually make you sales. We'll then get into how to clean up your inactive friends that are actually harming your engagement. I'm going to show you how to do this manually, and also the tool that I was talking about that's going to find all of your inactive friends on your Facebook list and allow you to delete them with just a click of a button, or you can choose to re-engage with them if you want to. And then next we'll dive into how to message people in a way that makes them want to respond back to you. Like, have you ever sent a message that didn't get a response? But this takes care of that. Like, remember, once they respond back, it signals Facebook that you want to make a connection, and now Facebook will show your posts to them. Okay, so we will dive into that. And then I will show you my engagement quickie 333 method to trigger the algorithm really quick. Like if you're in a rush or you just want to drop a post and go, or if you're dropping your second or your third post of the day, my engagement quickie 333 method will help boost that post and get loads of engagement to that post quickly. And along with the Crush Your Facebook Engagement Masterclass, there's also going to be some bonuses. I have my Post for Profits workshop. Again, that is where we go over in depth all the different types of engagement posts, the different types, what they look like, and that kind of thing. I also have my quick engagement task checklist, which helps keep you organized as you're implementing the strategy. And then you just check off your tasks that you're doing as you go on. Okay. And that is included with the Facebook Masterclass. Okay, so we're going to take all the components that you learned about and then build that solid engagement foundation and then wrap them up into a daily strategy. Okay, and as you start implementing this strategy consistently, you will start to see results your first week. Most likely, even your first couple of days. It really is that powerful. Okay. So I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to check out my Crush Your Facebook Engagement course. I'm not the type of person who's going to pressure you. You know, I'm not going to show up in your inbox or blowing your inbox up and asking you if you want to join or email you to death or anything like that. Okay. I just know that this strategy changed everything for me when it comes to engagement. And I know it's going to do the same for you too. Not only did this skyrocket my engagement, but it also helped. It got to the point where I had people reaching out to me, asking me what I do all the time. My sales went up. Once my engagement did, I've been able to generate leads every day now. It really does make a huge difference. Okay. And I really think that it would make a difference for you too. So again, I'm going to throw that in the description so that you can take a look. Okay. Entirely up to you if you think it's a good fit. But I'm trying to get this thing to, there it is. Okay. I put it right up here for you. And also I'm going to put it up in the description. So thank you so much. That concludes tonight. It was a little quicker than what I thought it was going to be. But I had a really great time. I really appreciate you guys showing up and, participating, doing the homework, having fun. And I appreciate you guys in the time you took out of your time to be with me. So have a great night. Check out that. There's no homework tonight, by the way. The homework is to check out that course. And again, for those of you who did the homework for last night, I'm going to announce the winners shortly. I usually wait till about 9 o'clock to do that, but I'll put that in the Facebook group and we will announce the winners for last night's challenge. And then tonight's challenge, I will be announcing that tomorrow night at some point. Okay. And I'll put that in the group as well. So appreciate you guys showing up. Thanks so much. I had a great time. And you guys have a great rest of your evening.